So with these radiations, we will discuss the spectra of the compound. The first part is the UV visible region. In the UV visible region, we are having various subparts. One part is vacuum ultraviolet or far ultraviolet that ranges from the wavelength 10 nanometer to 200 nanometer. Then near ultraviolet region, that is of the main concern. It is from 200 nanometer to the 400 nanometer, and visible region is there after that. It is 400 nanometer to the 800 nanometer. As the name is indicating, it is vacuum ultraviolet, means there should be no presence or trace of the air should be there. As well as we know that oxygen, it absorbs very strongly below 200 nanometer. That we know by the way that there is a transformation of O2 to O3 and O3 to O2 with the help of the ultraviolet. So oxygen free atmosphere is needed below that. So it is very difficult to maintain the air free or oxygen free atmosphere. So that is not of concern. It is the UV region. Far ultraviolet or vacuum ultraviolet. After that, it is near ultraviolet. Here oxygen less affects the spectra, so we are able to discuss the near ultraviolet region that ranges from 200 to the 400 nanometer. Visible region, it is of the less importance. There is a shift from the UV to visible that will come in discussion, then I will tell. And to record a spectra, we don't need a glass, because glass absorbs in the range of 200 nanometer to 400 nanometer. So especially quartz tube is needed to hold the sample, not the glass tube. This is a simple spectrometer, double beam spectrometer it is. You will not be asked questions from this part in the annual examination. It is only merely for the knowledge. So at the start there is a light source, this one. So various rays are emerging from it. Light source, it is generally a tungsten filament for the visible region, and it is a hydrogen discharge lamp for the UV purpose. We know that a part in the hydrogen spectra, Lyman, Balmer and Pfund and Brackett series that comprises of the UV, that UV is utilized for the ultraviolet spectra. So whenever it is passed through a rotating prism, then in the rotating prism we are having a monochromatic beam from here that is passed through a slit to get the fine beam, that is splitted by a round half mirror to the again two mirrors. It splits the signal into two ways. One passes through the sample, another passes through the solvent. Then there is a photocell that analyzes the absorbed part, because it is only reading the emergent part and it is giving information the missing part. Missing part means that is being absorbed by the sample, that is missing here. So it gives the information regarding the missing part. So that same information comes from the solvent side. In the electronic amplifier, it is made minus from the sample side information, so that whatever is being absorbed by the solvent, that is minus and that is removed. Only we are having the signal that is being, or the radiations record that is being absorbed by the sample. Then it is set to the amplifier and later on it is recorded over the recorder. Whenever we are taking the electronic spectra or UV visible spectra, generally we are having a band nature of the spectra. Reason being, the transitions which are occurring here, it is in the electronic region. It is in the electronic levels. A single electronic level, it comprises of various vibration levels. So see here two levels I have shown. One is E0, ground state level, another is the E1. So one E0, it is comprises of the various vibration levels. So it is one vibration level, another vibration level, another vibration level. In the same manner here again vibration levels are there. At the upper side again I have shown R0, this side second line R1, third line R2. So one vibration level is comprises of the various rotation level. It means in a single electronic level there are various vibration level, and in a single vibrational levels various rotational levels are there. Whenever a electronic transition takes place from one electronic level to the another electronic level, then energy is sufficient to cause various other transitions which comes under that energy. So not only electronic transitions occurs, but simultaneous various vibrational and rotational transitions also occurs. So spectra being only is not the electronic spectra, it is the vibration spectra is also there, it is the electronic spectra is also there. So a mix of these three that comes out to be there. So that is why we are not getting a line spectra for the UV visible, but we will get a band spectra. Why we are getting the band spectra? Because electronic transition is high energy transition that is sufficient to cause another transitions. Which transitions? Transition between the various vibrational levels, transition between the various rotational levels. So the mixed spectra is there, that is why we are getting the band spectra. Remaining we will discuss later on. Okay, thank you.